Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Crimson Carta Helix Combo Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, the start of what used to be a work week for most people. Well, it's a new world out there. Welcome to it. Let's get started. Well, a few weeks ago, we all had real pain, serious numbers, 8, 9, and it was IBS, lower back, leg, foot, you name it. Now what do you got? Number 8, 9 pain, IBS, back, foot, knee, whatever. Plus, we got to deal with all the crap externally now. How do we deal with this? You know, when all the crap's happening, the body and the mind focus on the crap happening. And I don't want to say it gives our bodies a vacation, but we've been distracted, let's face it. All of us, any of us, no matter how bad it is, had been lifted a little bit because of the other things going on. And it's a horrible reality that people like us had to have shit like that happen to get a breath. And you get a breath because the other shit's so horrible that you're almost like, what? And you put your perspective on what's wrong with you and you go, what? All that's really happening? So, with all this crap going on, is there good news? I think there's actually great news. And you're going to say, he's smoking again. What is Senior Stoner talking about? How could any of this be great news? Well, let's do a social autopsy, if you will. Situational autopsy. For months now, we've been talking and dealing about horrible chronic intractable pain, invisible pain, pain that medicine doesn't take away, pain that medication doesn't take away. You're basically living in it 24/7. This is our lives. Got it? That's what things have been like. And guess what? We're still here. We've been able to maneuver through that. We've been able to take on the worst pain that God can give a person and still be here. So it isn't just about learning and skills of staying home alone. It's about tolerating the insult to our bodies and our minds. We, people like us, have this capability. There's more than hope. There's fact. There's fact. Because we're doing it every day before all this happened. You know, because we've been doing it all this time, we are going to be able to maneuver better than most any other type of person out there. Better than a military person, better than an accounting type of person, better than a business person, a medical person. People who have suffered what we have suffered and have been able to still remain standing, literally, are the ones that are going to push through and help others. So, it's just a little bit different. Because I was talking to Mrs. Stoner yesterday about this. And we, truly, I, not Mrs. Stoner, the strong one in the family, I have the coping skills. But a lot of times people like us think negatively about all of our capabilities. I don't do that too good. I don't know how to do that. I can't. I won't be able to do that. I can't do that. Well, guess what? We're wrong. We are so wrong, it's like 180 degrees wrong. We are the ones that can do it. We've been doing it. We are doing it. Now, how does the rubber meet the road in a situation like this? We've got to learn to share. I know it's going to sound strange, but you've been home. We've been home. Now our loved ones are home with us. Our significant others are home. We've got to share our best practices of how we've coped. Not just with the loneliness, but with the pain. Because they might have pain also, invisible pain. How about the loss of all your money? I'm not going to get into particulars, but Mrs. Stoner and I figured out yesterday, unfortunately, we've taken a pretty catastrophic hit to our future money. just the way it is. I think everybody has been affected by this, but we've taken a pretty catastrophic hit. It's been very upsetting for me personally, and for Mrs. Stoner. But one of the things we have to do is we have to put that in perspective. I'll say it again, we took a catastrophic financial hit, but we're still here healthy as we've been, knock wood. She's healthy as a roach. I am what I am. And the reality of it is we're still pushing through. The physical insults to me, the mental and the psychological insults to me and to her from what's happening out there, the financial hurt we just found out we got, and we're still kicking. And I'm still saying that I have skills to share. Now, what does that mean? That means we should have more people, frankly, watch this channel. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to offer up here a positive spin in an impossibly negative world right now. And the positive spin is that, in a simple way, the meek are going to inherit the earth. All of us that have had these issues, all of us. I just saw something today about a NASA astronaut who's going on YouTube and Facebook and telling everybody how to live lonely. Because he's been an astronaut and lived lonely for like 6 months alone. Or in isolation. Well, guess what? Hello. That's Senior Stoner. That's many of us. We don't have to be NASA guys, but we are here to help our friends. I have a best friend of mine who stays home a lot also, and we talk about it. And we talk about, wow, what if we could find a way to get a platform to let people come and hear us and what we do and how we handle our lives. Because it's really unusual. All the things months ago, if you go back to my old videos about finding a Netflix, finding a movie, finding a model, finding a coloring book, that's what everybody needs to do now. So we have been on the forefront of this for a long time. Now we have to find a way to get other people to see and hear what we've been able to do so they can do it. It's just another way of paying it forward. Let's have a nice hit of neon lights to get our day started. It's not like I'm running around and going to walk Sugar. It's pouring. Sugar's going downstairs onto the treadmill. Sugar's a really, really good athlete with a Nordic track treadmill. I know, that's unbelievable, right? I should do a live video with Shuggy on the treadmill, shouldn't I? I mean, she's really good at it. And that allows us not to have to deal with the rain. I sit comfortably on a chair, encourage her, and she does her exercises. But let's get back to the topic. We are no longer the problem. Think about it. We can be the solution. How unusual is that for people like us? Cheers. We're usually part of the problem. Now we're going to be the path to the solution to people's isolation and negative thinking. If we can do it, anybody can. Cheers.